Do we have Neil play?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Right.
Introduce yourself, Neil.
I will. I'm just sort of making sure the strings are all there.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm Neil. I privileged got David. David was our neighbour, and he came to my bookstall, my Aunt Magdalene's bookstall, and so we just became very, very good friends. And he used to have a flat that was almost overlooked what they call the canopy in Portobello, and he got to know us. And sometimes we'd be the last night, and we'd be the last stall packing up under this big tent, and he'd say, "You hungry?" And then he'd call up, and they deliver Chinese food, and he'd bring over his best crockery, and we'd take out a table, and we'd sit around a table with a half dismantled stall, and share food. That's David. It was so spontaneous, and he was a regular visitor. He'd bring his takeaway food and have a look, and he'd look for treasures on the stall. And you get to know aspects of people through books. And as I said, I've always felt that that Sherlock Holmes featured very heavily with David, the joy of discovery and finding his own way of discovering stuff. So yes, so yeah, it's well, we're COVID now, but we'd expect when David was in town for him to be walked through maybe a couple of times in a day, and and he'd give a few. Always had a few bullshit jobs on the stall. Anyway, so David was a good, lovely friend and neighbour. He said he adopted myself and Magdalene, who's very shy on the camera, to be his adopted parents in the neighbourhood. So it was just a great honour. I mean, I'm not that much older than David, but I don't know what about. Anyway, so David was a really good friend, and we loved him dearly. And it's like you think of all the time, oh, David, he'd like that. It's like those moments. There's this instance. I mean, when there's people are alive for those instants, they're completely alive. When you think, oh, David would like that. Just it's sort of, you still, obviously David resonates in so many ways with all of us in the way we look at things and think, well, what would David do? How would he do that? Anyway, I did this song. I just I dedicate this song, which is a song for heroes, which is it was. I've said this before about this song. I did it before, and that David, he never wanted to be out front taking all the credit. He'd want to be in the group, all these other people. Yeah, well, I did this, but I wrote that word of 99, and then somebody else wrote %, whatever it was. So anyway, this is a song for heroes. This is a song for heroes. No medals, none, nor honors from the Queen goes. This is a song for heroes. A song for those as yet unsung. It's those for whom sacrifice what they do, and they don't think twice, or even once. Let's be precise. Those heroes. One more time for heroes, for those who do what won't get done. This is a song for heroes. This is a song for heroes, for those who do what no one else does. This is a song for heroes, those who do what can't be done. There's those for whom selfless fight is what they do, and they don't think twice. Or even once, let's be precise, those heroes. So one last time for heroes, a song for one no more unsung. This is a song for heroes. This is a song for heroes. Care freedom song for heroes. Care freedom song. Care freedom song. Care freedom song. Care freedom. Yeah, there we go. Care freedom song. Care freedom is sort of, well, David, care freedom.
Yeah, Care Freedom is exactly the motto of our Museum of Care, which is organizing this event today. Actually, Neil, it's fantastic because one of the people who's here, Anka, 10 years ago, she made
Okay, yeah.
And you're kind of a famous person nationally, so
Yeah.
that's, I haven't been to London in many, many years, and that's how I know of you, famous character. Internationally, interdimensionally.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about international. Yeah, but no, she did a very. It was a very. It's funny about that. Yeah, that was the film, because at the time it's like I couldn't. I couldn't really absorb it. It was a bit too close. It's like when you record a song or something, you can't. You need some distance. But years later, you see it and you think, oh goodness, you know, that's the way life used to be. And well, you know, it was Sundays. I wrote a thing about Sundays, you know, now Sundays, no, anyway, you know, the way things are, each day becomes like Sunday because it sounds like Sunday anyway. And that's what we used to do on Sunday in the market. And that's almost before David was in the hood. He was around. But that was, you know, good for Anchor. It was people like, it was nice. I gave the film around and people, it was nice to remind people of the old days, very old days, you know.
So yes, hopefully we will go back to meeting every Sunday very soon. So now we have,
no, absolutely.
we're in a bit